Hello, welcome again. We are solving GATE 2019 Mechanical Engineering Paper 1. The question number 44 is a single block brake with short shoe and torque capacity of 250 Nm is shown. The cylindrical brake drum rotates anti-clockwise at 100 rpm and the coefficient of friction is 0.25. The value of A in mm round off to one decimal place such that the maximum actuating force P is 2000 Newton. Okay, so this is your drum and its radius is A and its distance from the fixed end is your A and this distance is A by 4, this distance is 1.5A and P force is acting on it and it is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, as the drum is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, so we can say that the relative velocity of shoe with respect to drum is in clockwise direction. Okay, so the force of friction acting on the shoe is in this direction or in the direction of rotation of drum. Okay, so this is the force of friction acting on this shoe. Okay, and Rn be the normal reaction, then the force of friction is your mu Rn. Okay, so this is your A by 4, this is your A, this is your 1.5A, this is your P. Okay, now taking moment about this point, so it is P into 2.5A, okay, minus mu Rn into A by 4, mu Rn, this is anti-clockwise, this is clockwise, okay, and sorry, this is clockwise, this is anti-clockwise, Rn into minus Rn into A. Okay, so this is the moment. So as P is given as 2000 Newton. Okay, so by putting the and mu is given as 0.25. Okay, now putting the values we can get Rn. Sorry, so we putting the value we can get Rn. Rn here 4705 Newton, and braking torque is nothing but mu Rn into A, friction force into radius of drum. That is braking torque, and braking torque is also given, that is 250 Newton meter. So putting the value of mu is 0.25 and Rn is 4705. So A comes out as 212.54 mm. Okay. Next, two immiscible incompressible viscous fluids having same density but different viscosities are connected between two infinite horizontal parallel plates 2 meters apart as shown below. The bottom plate is fixed and upper plate moves to the right with a velocity of 3 meters per second. With the junction of Newtonian fluid steady and fully developed laminar flow with zero pressure gradient in all the directions, the momentum equation satisfies to d square u dy square by dy square is equal to 0. If the dynamic viscosity of lower fluid is mu2 is twice that of upper fluid mu1, then the velocity at the interface round off to 2 decimal places is dash meter per second. Okay. Now this is your mu2, this is your fluid 2, this is your fluid 1. It's it is in the gap of 1 meter and the bottom gap is also 1 meter. Okay, mu2 is equal to 2 mu1. Okay, so the velocity of upper layer is of 3 meter per second. Okay, and okay, the upper plate moves at 3 meter per second. So velocity of upper plate is 3 meter per second. Okay, now and let B be the velocity of interface. Okay, so by applying Newtonian law on this portion, okay, sorry, on this portion, on this new one, okay, in this portion we have velocity of plate is 3 meter per second and velocity of interface is your V. So here the fluid is your one fluid. Okay, so the shear stress is mu1 3 minus V by 1. Okay, so that is tau. Okay, and again here the fluid is your second fluid, and its viscosity is mu2. Okay, and your shear stress is when we take this second fluid, then the shear stress is V by gap into mu2. Okay, so the shear stress at the interface from either from above or from bottom should be same. So this shear stress is same. Okay, so equating these two, we can get that, and mu1 and mu2 is your related by this 2, mu2 by mu1 is your 2. So putting this value, we can get 3 minus V is equal to 2V. So 3V 3V is equal to 3. So V is your 1 meter per second. So velocity at interface is 1 meter per second. Okay. Next, a cube of side 100 mm is placed at the bottom of an empty container on one of its faces. The density of the material of the cube is 800 kg per meter cube. Liquid of density 1000 kg per meter cube is now poured into the container. The minimum height to which the liquid needs to be poured into the container for the cube to just lift up is dash mm. Okay, here the material density is your 800 mm, sorry 800 kilogram meter cube. Okay, and the material volume is as it is cube, so its volume is this 100 into 100 into 100. Okay, and liquid density is your 1000. Okay, now the volume of the two conditions must be satisfied. First is volume of the liquid displaced should be equal to volume of material cube inside the liquid. Okay, and weight of the your material should be equal to buoyant force. Okay, or weight of liquid displaced should be equal to weight of block, or buoyant force is nothing but weight of liquid displaced. So volume of volume displaced of the liquid, let h be the height of the material that is inside the liquid. So then the volume which is inside the liquid is 100 into 100 into h divided by 1000 cube, because these are in mm, so changing into mm cube. Okay, and this is the volume. Okay, now this volume is inside the liquid and it displaces the liquid. Okay, so this volume multiplied liquid density is the weight of liquid displaced, and weight of liquid displaced is your weight of block, and weight of block is your 800 into 800 is the density of material, and this is volume. Okay, so from this we can get, equating these two, we can get h. So h is 80 mm. So when the liquid fills up to height of 80 mm, the block will start lifting. Okay, so this is the buoyant force. By this can be solved by using the volume of the liquid displaced is equal to volume of the block inside the liquid, and weight of the liquid displaced is equal to weight of block. Okay.